You all are just the best. What a great question. How can I get better at taking tests? I love it. I hope you're ready to download the 5 best strategies that will help you to boss your exams, quizzes, and tests. First of all, you gotta remember that you're talking to a therapist, and as a result, I'm gonna give you a little psychology boost to keep that mindset focused on the right things and in the right way. Your psychology is everything, people, and this isn't just for professional athletes or other professionals who are constantly working on their mental game. This is for you. So if you're interested in testing better and in overall becoming a better student, let me share 2 positive psychology and growth mindset psychology principles that will absolutely give you an advantage. We're talking proven mindset strategies that actually work and that can help you to keep your neurons firing in the best way possible. Number 1, your ability and intelligence is flexible. Carol Dweck, the queen of growth mindset psychology, says that your ability and intelligence grows with effort, strategy, and feedback. This matters because when students like you view intelligence as flexible rather than fixed, you're more likely to keep trying, to take and stay with challenges longer, and to bounce back from failure better and quicker. This is especially critical before a test, when fear of failure can shut down our effort and confidence. Remember that your mistakes are part of the process and not proof that you're not smart. This is especially critical for those of you, and I was definitely one of these, by the way, who have started to put mental blocks on your path with statements like, school just isn't for me, or I'm terrible at math, or I'm not good at taking tests, or I'm just not smart. These statements are a great example of what a fixed and rigid mindset sounds like. Can you hear how these statements create mental barriers to your success and totally kill your optimism vibe? So what would these statements sound like if you were thinking in a growth mindset kind of way? Well, they would sound like this. School's tough for me. I may need a little help, but if I keep at it, I'll get better. Or math is tough. I'm really going to have to focus in class and ask for help if I don't understand something, but my brain can learn anything with time and effort. Or I really struggle with taking tests, but if I stay with it and learn some new test-taking skills, which I'm about to drop, I can totally get better at it. Can you hear the difference? The mental blocks kill your motivation and hope, while the other statements are full of optimism and confidence. I'm telling you, it's time to train that lovely brain of yours to start seeing your life through this growth mindset perspective in school, at home, sports, relationships, and other activities. Number 2, focus on what you can control, not the outcome. People, this is basic concept in psychology to keep you thinking and feeling better. When you and I focus on external results like, what if I fail, or I have to ace this, or what if I can't remember anything, or my parents are going to kill me if I bomb this test, or everybody's going to do better than me, then we're literally setting ourselves up to fail. And more importantly, we're focusing our time and precious attention on things that we don't control. Instead, focus on preparing, on your effort, on your strategy and attitude as a way to reduce your anxiety, to increase your motivation, confidence, and to keep you calm. Remember, focus where you have power, not on the opinions of others or the outcomes. Give it a try. You ready for a sweetest candy acronym? You know I love those. To help you learn and remember these awesome strategies, how does SMART, S-M-A-R-T, sound to you? Perfect, am I right? S stands for simulate the test. M stands for memory pull. A stands for activate calm. R stands for run your plan. And T stands for treat your body like an athlete, baby. You ready to break each one of these down to practical steps? Let's go. 1, simulate the test. All right, my studious amigos, if you want to study smart, not just hard, one of the best things you can do is simulate the test before the real deal. Let me explain. Is your test going to be a multiple choice? Short answer? Essay? Will it be timed? Now use that info to shape how you study. Practice the same way the test will be given. It just makes sense, right? The more you practice and become familiar with the format of the test you're going to take, the more confident you'll become, the calmer you will be when it counts. And you know what? Research totally backs this up. Practicing taking tests is consistently one of the most effective ways to boost performance and reduce test anxiety. So don't just study the material, study the test. See what I did there? Okay, ready for M? M stands for memory pull. Got you confused? Listen up, you test-taking pro. If you want to remember more and stress less on test day, here's what you can do. Stop rereading your notes and instead start pulling info from your brain. This is what's called active retrieval or memory pull, and it's one of the most powerful powerful study strategies out there. Here's some ideas on how you can do it. A, quiz yourself, or even better, have someone quiz you without looking at your notes. B, another one is use flashcards. C, you can also cover up your study material and try to write or say everything that you remember. D, try this one. Teach the topic to your mom, a friend, your dog, a goldfish. Don't judge. Goldfish are excellent listeners. You might just look a little local, so do it behind closed doors. The more often you practice remembering, the stronger those memory pathways get, and the easier it becomes for you to recall what you need when the pressure cooker is on. So don't just review the information, train your brain to pull it, to retrieve it. And that, my genius friend, is how real test day confidence is built. Ready for A? A stands for activate calm. Look, there is a reason why I teach rock climbers to manage their breathing when they're doing intense and sketchy parts of a climb. It's because our brain can't think clearly when it's on full-on panic mode. That's why learning how to calm yourself before and during a test is a game changer. Try this. Practice deep breathing. I don't know if you've ever heard of box breathing, but it's solid. Basically, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4, out for 4, hold for 4, and repeat. If you think you're going to pass out, by the way, just do it for 3. No stress. You can also use growth mindset and positive psychology strategies I showed you earlier and change that internal critical voice to a calmer, more growth-focused one. From I'm going to fail to I've prepared, I've got this. Remember, the test anxiety isn't just in your head. It affects your focus, your memory, and even your blood flow. Confidence isn't just a feeling, it's a skill. You can practice. It's all you. Next letter is R, which stands for run your plan. Here's the truth, Socrates. Your brain works better when it's got a plan, period. So if you approach test taking with a plan, it will help you. Here's a plan that you can begin to use immediately and honestly use from here on out. Start your tests first by skimming the whole test so you know what's coming. Then try to answer the easy questions first to build momentum, then come back for the tougher ones. Don't get stuck. If something's tripping you up, skip it, breathe, and keep moving. If there's no penalty for guessing, which there usually isn't, take your best shot and move on instead of leaving blank questions. Test taking is part knowledge, part time management, and part mindset. Play smart and run your plan. Ready for the last one? T stands for treat your body like an athlete. You wouldn't show up to a big game on 2 hours of sleep and a bag of Cheetos. So don't do that to your brain before a test. Get some solid sleep the night before, 7 to 8 hours, right? Eat something with protein and a little carb to fuel your brain, and hydrate without overdoing it, because honestly, you don't want to be taking a test on a bladder full of water. How you treat your body directly affects your brain and how it performs. Peak mental performance starts with physical preparation. Treat it like a championship and you will reap better outcomes. What do you think about my awesome acronym SMART? Am I trying too hard? Probably. I am committed to help you develop this skill. Here are some final words. Being a great test taker isn't about being a genius. It's about having a game plan. You've got real tools now. Practice like it's the real thing. Train your body to recall, not just review. Calm your nerves. Play smart during the tests and treat your body like it matters, because it does. And if you mess up, that's not failure. That's feedback, baby. That's fuel. You're not defined by one grade or one test. You're becoming a student, a learner, a thinker, someone who shows up with courage and some strategy. So take a breath, trust your prep, and go show them what you got. And may the odds be ever in your favor.